Albert von Lecoq. Albert von Lecoq, German pronunciation, September 8, 1860 Berlin, Prussia, April 21, 1930 Berlin, Germany, was a Prussian/German brewery owner and wine merchant, who at the age of 40 began to study archaeology. Background: he was born at Berlin, of a family of French Huguenot origin, as evidenced in his family name. Von Lecoq was heir to a sizable fortune derived from breweries and wineries scattered throughout Central and Eastern Europe, thus allowing him the luxury of travel and study at his leisure. The business he owned survives today as the A. Lecoq Brewery in Tartu, Estonia. Career as archaeologist. Aided by his wealth, von Lecoq became a famous archaeologist and explorer of Central Asia. Von Lecoq was convinced that the influence of ancient Greece could be found as far in the east as China. However, organizing expeditions to Central Asia and China was beyond his means. The German archaeologist Hermann Parsinger has found a letter in the Prussian State Archive which reveals that the financial backing to von Lecoq's expedition came from no one else than the last German Emperor Wilhelm II. Wilhelm was obsessed with Greek culture and supported one of the expeditions with 32,000 German gold marks. Von Lecoq was associated with the Museum für Völkerkunde, now called the Ethnological Museum of Berlin, in Berlin. Serving as assistant to the head of the museum, Professor Albert Grunwedel, Lecoq helped plan and organize expeditions into the regions of Western Asia, specifically areas near the Silk Road such as Zhejiang. When Grunwedel fell before the departure of the second expedition, Lecoq was assigned to lead it. His account of the second and third German Turpan expeditions was published in English in 1928 as Buried Treasures of Chinese Turkestan. The expeditions found extensive networks of Buddhist and Manichaean cave temples in the Xinjiang region of northwest China. Although many of the manuscripts found in the cave were destroyed during the excavation, von Lecoq speculated that he had discovered a major Manichaean library. Some of the paintings also led him to believe that he had found evidence of an Aryan culture, related to the Franks. With the help of his assistants, Theodor Bardas, Lecoq carved and sawed away over 360 kilograms, or 305 cases, of artifacts, wall carvings, and precious icons, which were subsequently shipped to the museum. In Buried Treasures, Lecoq defends these borrowings as a matter of necessity, citing the turbulent nature of Chinese Turkestan at the time of the expeditions. Chinese consider the seizure a colonial rapacity comparable to the taking of the Elgin marbles or the Koh-i-Noor diamond. The artifacts were put on display at the museum and were open to the public until 1944 when the relics were destroyed in a British bombing raid during World War II. Lecoq said that the depictions of figures with apparently blue eyes, red hair and cruciform swords resembled Frankish art. Such more striking are representations of red-haired, blue-eyed men with faces of a pronounced European type. We connect these people with the Aryan language found in these parts in so many manuscripts. These red-haired people wear suspenders from their belts, a remarkable ethnological peculiarity. Notes: